used your boob as a stress ball?
Yes.
I love doing
Last night. What do you mean?
I love doing that. Like, that's literally I was thinking about, speaking of exams, I was thinking about the fact that every time I've written an exam, I'm literally always using my boob as a stress ball.
During the exam?
Absolutely.
How?
Because, like, even at high school, I would put it under my jersey this way, and then just, like, come from underneath.
Yeah.
And then, literally, this is just me during my, like, whatever exam it is that I need to think. I'm like, oh, this is a problem. And then I think it, squish, squish, squish.
And then
I
just...
go. It really does help.
I've never done that.
No?
The exam. Usually, when I'm, like, lying down, I just need some comfort. I just...
Oh, yeah, that too.
But
it's like a stress ball is there for stress. Am I not...
Sure. Sure. I just never thought of,
No, that's my favorite thing to do, and I will be doing it as well this month. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's literally my coping mechanism. I've done that literally since high school. I've had substantial boobs.
You've had substantial boobs. Yes. Okay. That's a fair.
They're substantial. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, they're there.
They're present. Anyways, welcome.
Hi.
Another episode of Conversations Without Context.
Bitch.
This is me. This is the homie. We just sit here. We have conversations about things because we want to.
I'm pissed. Take me to your mom.
Sure. I should be a little shooketh, but
nah, she'll be fine. I mean, she's with the times.
Yeah,
I trust her.
Do you have a specific mother in mind when you say this?
I think about my mother.
Okay.
Maybe she won't be able to listen to everything we say, but she'd enjoy it.
Would she?
I think so.
Okay.
I think she'd be disappointed, but sometimes she'd like start making fun of me about it.
She's okay.
Maybe she'd think differently about you. I don't know.
What did I say that was so intense?
Nothing really.
I've said it.
But you've been around me.
Yeah, but like, yeah, you're right.
I think because she knows that, well, she's caught me drinking in the past, or
I love how that's a revolutionary act. That's a rebellious act.
She's found my blunts. She's found my bottles of alcohol.
You're touching 25.
Oh.
I mean, at this point, if she didn't think...
I am a child.
If she didn't think you were drinking alcohol, I would be very worried. The weed thing, okay, fine. I can give her that. Whatever.
Yeah.
But if she really... I mean, come on now. What was she doing at 25? Was she not drinking?
I don't know.
No, she can't.
I don't think so. Mama, if you listen to this, I love you. I really do.
No. My mother's, she's accepted that fact, so...
I wish, not that I wish my mom was different, but I wish just that factor, that she was just cool. I think also there's just been a lot of weird feelings about alcohol in general and her side of the family.
Oh.
So,
but also, we're not a stranger to that either.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess it's just a reaction.
It's a personal thing, I guess, at this point.
Supposedly.
So today we're talking about high school. We're talking about our experiences there. If we have time, we'll get to university.
Sure.
So, yeah.
High school. So we went to the same high school. Woo! It was a school.
Is that it? Podcast done. See you in the next episode.
Bye. So high school for me. Okay, so we both went to the same high school, 5 years, grade 8 to grade 12. Mostly, let me speak personally, was a loner, anxious as fuck, depressed as fuck. So I kind of kept to myself a lot from grade 10 to 11.
Oh, okay. So, I'm glad you put that grade 10 to 11 there, because I was about to say, I remember you in grade 8 and 9 and you weren't that...
No.
You weren't that kept to yourself then. You still had like a lot of people you were hanging around.
True. I would go from group to group.
Yeah. No, I mean, very similar to me. Story's very similar. I think maybe I got over people by...
You got over people?
by end of grade 10, 11 in there. Because then I was like, this whole friendship group thing can't work. And also, the problem with having big friendship groups is that they splinter off, right?
Yeah.
And then sometimes you find yourself like in limbo. So, yeah, that's it.
Hey,
Don't dare
in the lumber region.
Speaking of that region, I do need to get her adjusted.
You need to have your back broken and readjusted.
I need to build her back together.
Oh,
okay.
my goodness. You need to have, those construction roller things. That's what you need.
Did I show you the photo? I have a photo of that.
The one where she's like lying down and
I need that. Just squash me and let's start from scratch because this is not gonna work.
Oh. Yes.
But yeah, in general, I got over people, and I also got over trying to. This is gonna sound really toxic, but trying to make connections with people when I could tell like this is not gonna work. Like I don't have that energy of pretending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. And then at some point, I don't even know when we started being friends or close. Was it grade 10?
I don't even know.
It's probably grade 10. I mean, we knew each other from like grade 8.
We knew each other since we were kids, technically.
I mean, like, I'm talking about regularly hanging with each other.
Okay.
But I'm saying, like, because you weren't really hanging with the people I was hanging with in grade 8. You started moving more in grade 9. But then we didn't really become friends.
Until like grade 10, 11.
Yeah, grade 10, 11.
No, we were already friends in grade 11. I know that.
Yes, we were.
So grade 10 then.
Okay.
I think.
So, yeah, that was fun. No, I think because the one thing that I had that was an upper hand for me was that I was just, which is how I used to cope with life. I was just extra busy.
Yeah, you were busy.
And so that kept you occupied. But the problem is when it's downtime, it's downtime. As in, like, it's like when you avoid feelings and then you what's this word? Sit.
Yeah.
After a while, like I'm just sitting. It's like a Saturday afternoon.
There's nothing to do.
Derby days are done. I've hung the washing, done the stuff.
Done the homework.
Done the washing, done all of that. Clean this house because everybody's useless. And, and I'm just sitting and I'm like, oh,
this feeling.
This sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks. But I think, yeah, it was just keeping busy helped, but it didn't really.
You mean being busy in that moment helped? When you were busy, you didn't have to really think about anything.
Yeah, I guess, because it's especially sports, because the thing with sports is that it requires a certain level of focus.
Yes.
I'm going to say this, if you care about sports enough, let me put it to you like that, because some people are just there because they want to just have fun. I'm one of those people, super competitive, played in competitive teams, so that's just how it went. You had to focus, otherwise it's going to be your fault that you lose.
Yeah.
One of those situations. And that helps.
When I lose the ball.
What? Yes.
I'm so funny.
Yes. Proverbially speaking and literally.
Yeah.
And literally. So that was great. And I did do that basically most of the week. And if I wasn't doing that, there's some sort of committees and stuff like that, I guess. And also in general, I did like most of the stuff I was doing. So it wasn't like I was just filling my time. I actually liked the stuff that I was doing.
Tell us what you were doing.
I did the choir. I did debating until I realized, sis, your anxiety is never going to let you debate.
Ooh.
So I stopped because I literally had only done 2 debates ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember you were in the debate team for a bit, and then I was like, I wonder why she stopped.
Because I was like, sis, you're useless. You can't, like, your anxiety takes over every time you have to debate something, and you're like, yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do this. And the thing with debating, you have to be convincing. That's when I also knew that law was not it. That's also when I discovered, like, okay,
law seems a lot.
That's when I knew that law was not going to be the move for me because, you can't debate other high school kids.
No, you are a high school kid too. Come on now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's your peers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, I was like, I can get to the, morning adjudicator, timekeeper, younger land members of the floor, and my fellow debaters, this house believes.
Oh, love it.
What's the for and the against team again? Opposition and proposition.
And doesn't us.
I think proposition. The proposition firmly believes that.
Does a prosecute and defense. That's all I know.
I knew then. I was like, by the time grade 10 hit, I knew, okay, sis, pick something else. Yeah. So I did. I was in the ecos, which is like some eco-friendly sort of situation. I was in like a society for like eco-friendly stuff, all those jazz.
You were in RCS?
Oh, yep. Student Representative Council, something like that.
Why don't they just call it the SRC?
They call it RCL now, Student Representative Council of Leaders.
Intense.
I don't know why they don't call it. It's SRC.
It's
guys.
just literally the SRC.
So I was in that, then I became VP of that.
I still think you should have been president, but whatever.
That's neither here nor there. That's fine. It's past. I'm way past it now.
Yeah.
What else did I do? I'm sure I've done a lot of other stuff, but I can't remember right now.
Sports? You did cricket, you did netball.
I did cricket, I did netball. I did cricket, I did netball, I did soccer at some point.
Oh yeah. Wasn't that the exchange teacher who was running that?
Was he he was in exchange, yeah. I don't know.
I liked him, he was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was nice. It was nice to be good at something.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
No, you were good at netball though as well.
I was good at most of them. One of them.
Yeah.
Really. So,
it was just the politics.
I mean that in the most humble of senses.
So humble.
But I mean, listen,
that's... Brag. If you're good at something, you're good at something.
Yeah, so I played all those sports. I played them at high levels.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was one of those people. But I actually liked doing all that stuff. It felt like I feel like once I get in my groove, I get into my bag as a person, as a working person, and I know what's going on. I want to get back into that space of having things to do.
Yeah. Because
it's like, there's something quite unfulfilling of just going to work and coming back.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, obviously, after April, I'll have more time. So, probably trying to get back into the bag of making music and all that stuff. So that's my first thing. Trying to find other stuff to do as well. Yeah.
Would you want to get into like a sports team, even if it was like a social type thing, or some kind of bigger group, something to belong to, I guess?
I don't know. I might, maybe.
Yeah.
But knowing me, I could never do it socially.
You want to do it like competitively?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? We're just hitting the ball. For what?
Fitness.
Let's have a league. Let's try and win. Let's be better than everybody else.
Play against the other neighborhoods type thing.
Other cities, boy. I'm
really okay.
I'm too competitive to take it that small. Like, I always have to take things to the top. Especially when it comes to sport. Like, no. Let's take things to the top. Let's do what we have to do. So, yeah. I don't know why I say all of that. Why did I say all of that? Because you asked me to?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but in general, as a person, I was very boring. Just like, I wasn't with the shits. Like I was like, I never really went out during high school, ever. I think the first time I went out, like, proper.
Like drinking and clubbing and all that stuff.
That was, probably my matric farewell after party.
Oh, that was a good night.
That was the first time I was like, oh, we went out all night. It was fun.
And stayed up to sunrise.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's great. But it's not that I wasn't caged in by any strokes of the imagination. Like I just didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I was like, I know my mom would probably be like, oh, you can go.
Hey, your mom was like, I'm like, why is this bishop going out? What the fuck?
So, like, I mean, so I was just the one who I don't like leaving my room to this day. I don't. Yeah. But in university, I indulged a little more in that just because I had friends that forced me to. Like once a year, girl, get your ass to the club.
At least.
You know?
Yeah.
Do I believe I'm too old for it now? Yes. I'll be going there. I'm like, this is stupid.
Boy.
This is dumb. Y'all are 20, 21, 19, and I'm here at my 24-year-old ass, and it's just not cute.
That's interesting. So I'd actually gone out for First Thursdays. I was taken out, let me say. Whatever. So we had met these like 19, 20, 21-year-olds, and we're talking to them. I'm just like, wow, I cannot relate. You're so young.
And it's not even that many years. It's literally just 3. But these are the same people like, okay, so I'm going to generalize. If you're 20, 21, 19.
Fuck you. Say it.
Firstly, yes. Firstly, yes. But secondly, I was in last year when I was still in classes.
Yeah.
We're in a TUT, and the tutor was explaining something, and he mentioned like a fax machine.
Yeah.
Right? And then he looked at them, and he's like, you guys do know what a fax machine is, right? I was like, how the fuck do you guys not know what a fax machine is?
We're literally just like 3-4 years away.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, no, man. I'm at most 3 years older than you. Mostly just 2. How the hell do you guys not know what a fax machine is?
But yeah,
I may not have ever faxed anyone, but I've seen one. I've never physically done it. Like, I've maybe gone to the post office and asked like a fax to someone.
And you've seen that paper with the holes in it come out and all that stuff.
I've watched them on fax because I've asked them to fax it for me because I don't know how to use. We never had one at home. I don't know how to use it.
We had one at home.
A fax machine.
Yeah.
Oh, but never mind.
Okay, no. Firstly.
So I was like, how do you guys not know what a fax machine is? I was so confused. That's when I realized, but no, it's a different situation now.
It's weird. It's not even that many years, and there's such a huge
gap.
I don't know. It's not even not really maturity, but there's just something about those 3 years that changes you.
No, you can just see it.
There's just this excitement in life.
That's why I'm saying, like, because we're on that border year. I don't know. Sometimes, depending on what website you read, we're either the first year of Gen Z or we're the last year of the millennials.
True.
I'm not gonna lie, relate more with the millennials than I do with the Gen Zs. Because I've been listening to Gen Zs and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are on. And
do we sound old?
We are old.
Not that old.
I'm 25 in a month. So
not yet.
No, but I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, also, this is also the person who's stuck in the 90s with R&B, so...
True.
90s, 2000s R&B. Those hands don't even know what Brandy did with Full Moon.
No, man.
They don't know.
Anyway, going back
They were born with Confessions.
Let's go back to high school.
No, wait. What great album was released in the 90s? Have they watched The Bodyguard? They don't even know that.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just so many things.
Beverly Hills Cops. What do you
Police
know?
Academy. There's so many things.
Boy. Bug's Life.
Oh.
Listen.
But, again, shout out to y'all because you do your thing and we do our thing, and there's going to come a time where these little kids that are born in 2010, 2011, and they'll be like, what the hell is up with these kids? So
you're like, what's a phone? I don't know. Something is going to come up.
I put it to you like this. I don't know when you got it. When was the first time you got a phone? How old were you?
I was in grade 5, I think.
Okay, similar to me.
Yeah.
These kids are born with phones, okay?
Tablets.
No, I'm joking. I'm talking about like the 2010s. Not to you guys. Relax, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, relax. Maybe you got it in grade 3.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, my baby cousin, she just turned 2. She has a tablet.
Exactly. That's exactly the problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lot. And I mean, but that's generational. There's something that'll happen in 2050 that the kids will have that we would not have ever even thought of.
2050, we're 54.
Yes.
Hectic. No, not 54. I'm lying.
Yeah.
64.
No? 54. So you said you passed maths.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
Are you sure about this?
I'm sure.
But now you know who's buying their certificates.
Wow. Did I not do a humanities course? Please.
No, please. You said you did a whole year of stats, did you not?
Stats, but doesn't mean I need to count. I can just do a calculator. Like, what do you...
What?
Leave me alone. It was just one faux pas.
I'm joking. I just like trolling you.
You asshole.
I sure am.
Oh my goodness.
A hairy one. Listen.
What? Okay.
So yeah, high school. Again, we didn't have a lot of friends. There wasn't a lot of drama in our lives. There's a lot of crazy things happening in the school.
A lot of racist things happening at school.
Even the kids themselves are wilding out a little bit. Let's be honest. But
listen, I want to name names right now. I'm still so mad.
Which one now?
Okay, I'm gonna say the name. You can bleep it.
No. Just say they say the incident.
Oh, the incident where in the what do you call the cafeteria? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot the name. Tuck shop. Rendezvous. Wow. And white girl is waiting to be served.
Oh.
Black girl is serving.
Yes.
And the K word just happened to slip.
It happened to slip.
I
love that for you. Yeah, and Miguel.
that was my favorite incident because they just had to write essays. That's it.
Saying what though? What did black girl have to write an essay about?
Oh no, that was a different incident. Oh, there was white girl who is descendant of one of the top racists in the country.
Oh.
He passed away.
Yes.
But he was some engineer, pioneer of apartheid.
Mm.
Was he? Yes, he was. He was.
Yeah.
And she was proud and she was calling us all these words, and black girl not outed her, but like white girl was saying this out loud.
Oh, she was on the face of the book.
Yes. And then black girl was just like, look how racist this is. They both had to write essays. My question is, why did black girl have to write essays?
But what about you about an essay about that apartheid was good?
Again.
That apartheid was good. Let me tell you what would have happened. My mother would have come to that school and would have given that principal the verbal beating of a lifetime. The verbal beating of a lifetime. If they ever attempted. I was like, oh, excuse me. Hi, yes. Why am I writing the essay? I'm not the one who... And then I'd be like, boop, boop. Yeah, mama. When I tell you she would have drove 3 hours to sort that out.
Listen.
She would have been like, no, baby. You're not going to do that.
The story continues, though, with the black girl, tuck shop, white girl incident. Where I don't know their pronouns anymore. I don't know if they what pronouns they use now. But this is another person. They had they'd posted about this incident. They were not part of the incident.
Uh-huh.
They posted about it and be like, oh, remember that time at so-and-so high school when white girl said so-and-so to black girl and we were in university, we were all in the same university. White girl calls the university and be like, I feel my life is threatened. There's been someone who's been outing me for something that happened in the past. Lawyers got involved for black person and they were like, you can't be saying these things, you need to issue an apology. And it was seen as defamation of character.
But what you said, why is it defamation of character?
Oh my God.
You said it. This is white woman tears to you. Also, there was another incident with I don't know if I told you this. But with a teacher who was notoriously racist.
Which one? The one upstairs in the corner?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
the old one?
Yes.
Okay. So
we were, I think all the netball girls were getting ready to go somewhere.
Yeah.
It was the school, I think. Some sort of away, either away match or some sort of EP trials, I'm not sure. But we were all there as after school, and we're making noise. Yeah. By the rendezvous outside where the cars are.
Yeah.
Because the combis were there, we were still waiting for the teachers were there. Nobody was
in school.
Yeah, it was after school. But nobody was caring. The teachers weren't like bothered. They were just living their best life.
They were ready to go home, literally.
I think we were going somewhere because I remember myself in sports clothes.
Yeah. And
everybody else was too. So
maybe it was an away match or something.
I think so.
Yeah.
Unless I'm hallucinating that whole thing and it was just us. But in my mind, we were all in the sports clothes. Said teacher walks past. Okay, now for those who don't know, there's a lot of black people that play netball, and so there was like a group of us who were in a circle just having chats, and we tend to get a little rambunctious.
I love the word.
And so she walks past, and as she walks past, another, she was like a prefect, but she was black, right?
Okay.
But she also played netball.
Okay, I remember, yeah.
So she walks the opposite way, heading out the building from the bathrooms, I think coming towards the situation.
Yeah.
No, she goes towards the bathrooms because she's going to go change. There you go. She's going towards the bathrooms. The teacher's coming out.
Yeah.
And so the teacher, she's like to said prefect, hey person.
Yeah.
Please control your tribe.
Sorry?
Yes.
I didn't know about this.
She said, control your tribe, pointing in our vicinity. And prefect just looked like, excuse me? And she just walked away. She didn't do it. Like, she didn't
go and...
She looked at her, she's like...
quote-unquote reprimand.
No. I think you could see from her face, she was contemplating whether to hit her with the bag.
No.
Or to walk away.
I would expect that from her.
Because she was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
You talking to me? And walked away. My face would have been almost similar. My face would have been like, I would have scrunched up my face and walked the F away. And she walked away. And she was like, no, thank you. You're not going to do that to me. And I was close. I was like maybe less than 5 meters away from that situation.
So you heard the whole thing.
I heard it and I saw it. So it's not a third hand or second hand account. It was literally me witnessing the situation. I don't know why teacher was shook, but she was surprised that she didn't do anything. I'm like, ma'am. And then I don't know, I think she went about her business. I was like, as you should have been the whole time. Because
did the teacher say anything to you guys? Or did she just...
No, she left. I think, I find that there was also another teacher that was close by. I think she might have heard it because when I looked and I was like, what the hell was that? I sort of turned my head a little bit.
And saw the other teacher.
I saw the other teacher looking and she was also shook. I'm not gonna lie. She was hella shook. But she was just like trying to keep a straight face.
Yeah.
Because she was just like, oh, okay. What was that?
That teacher, the one who said that, she has a history of saying wild things.
Yes.
Even I've been in her class, I think for grade 8 and 9 for that subject. She's said some things. I don't know. It's
yeah. I'm just really glad that none of these stupid teachers said anything crazy to me. That's the one thing I enjoy about being intimidating to people.
Yeah.
Especially because the thing is about it, like, when this goes back to the whole high school situation, but, like, I was one of those blacks who was one of those, I guess you could say, academically achieving blacks.
Yeah. Yeah, you were. You were in the top 20, 10?
10, depending on the term.
Top 10. You were in the top 10.
No, but it went down to 20 at some point.
Listen, ma'am, you were in the top 10.
At some point, but it went down to 20.
Yeah.
But basically, there's an intimidating factor amongst other blacks, and then there's an intimidating factor amongst the Caucasians who don't know how to deal with you when you're, when they, Caucasians, perceive you to be on their level or above. They don't know how to deal with
Oh, okay.
They don't know. They can't deal with the fact that whatever you say, I'm a match you toe to toe and I'm not afraid of that.
Yeah.
Because they usually can there's some sort of inferiority, superiority sort of complex that comes with, especially when the academics are on your side type of situation. Yeah. But now, ma'am, you can't, now what? Because there's a certain level, let me put it to you like this. It's a mixture of personality and, I guess, the academics of it. But there's certain conversations I can have with the principal that you probably couldn't.
Oh, no, ma'am. Listen, I met that man once. Sorry. Never again.
Exactly. Like me, I could go to him and just like, listen, there's a conversation we need to have.
Yeah.
Because, listen, you know what I'm saying? And he understood, like, I'm not the one. Of all the people that are here, of all the blacks...
Yeah.
I'm not the one to mess with because I will come back at you. So which is one thing I didn't like about high school, because there's people, especially the blacks are like, when you go to monastery schools, we have a lot of an inferiority complex with us.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that that's something I didn't enjoy, because even as somebody, this is going to sound very woe is me, it's an uncomfortable feeling, because even people have this perception of you that you don't even have of yourself.
Yeah.
It's like that thing of feeling like you're better than. I'm like, no, I just got 80%.
I just am.
No, like it's a weird situation. There's half of them were like, oh, this is so cool to see you doing this, and other people were just like some type of way about it. And
really,
it wasn't like an overt thing.
Yeah, of course.
It's something. It's an undercurrent.
Yeah.
Of a conversation which you can hear people.
Okay.
I guess because we're friends, you don't feel it.
You're going to give me names after this. I have to know.
But it wasn't necessarily our grade because we were all friends. I'm talking about the other blacks in general.
Okay.
Because the people that are in our grade, we were all... I mean, I've known most of them for like... Well, not most of them. Some of them basically since we were toddlers. So
true, because you all went to the same school. Yeah,
not all of them though, because a lot of them came in high school.
Yeah.
But it's a weird... And I think also I know my personality, in general personality. When I'm on, and I can be intimidating. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, for sure. Listen. Oh. No. I'm agreeing with you.
No, but I want you. I thought you were gonna give me an example.
That's the end. No, sorry.
Oh, I thought you were gonna give me an anecdote.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, so
hey, you can be intimidating. I'll say that.
Exactly. So that's fun. It's like knowing the certain jokes I can't make.
What do you mean?
It's when you're like, you can't make like, oh nigga, you dumb. Okay. Because people are gonna be like, oh, so now you think you're better than.
Okay. This is turn into something else.
It turns into something completely
like you're now.
Yeah, I remember.
You're the better black type.
Yeah, well, because there's certain conversations I can't have. Because I remember the one time it was two other people. We were talking about which universities we wanted to apply to.
Yeah.
And then they both said they wanted to apply to you. They were going to apply to NMU, all that stuff, and they wanted to apply to UCT. Because I had mentioned that I was applying to UCT. And then, so they said UCT, and they were like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's crazy. I was just in jest in my conversation. I was just like, yeah, no, and it's like really difficult to get in there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, so you're trying to say we're not smart enough?
What?
Are you trying to say our marks not good enough? I'm like,
okay,
no, that's not what I was saying. I just meant that it's hard to get into UCT.
Leave the conversations of the commoners with the commoners. I mean,
that's not what I meant.
No, I'm kidding with you. I'm joking. I get what you mean.
So I was just like, okay,
yeah.
That was the one nice thing I like about UCT. It's good and bad in the sense that everybody there is a borderline genius, right? Everybody there is there because they're really good at school. Like, you don't get in being bang average.
Yeah.
Unless you pay your way in.
Well.
Right? Or maybe you have a parent that works there. Perhaps. Okay. So everybody's there because they have good marks. So when you get there, you become average.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which I guess it's for those people who have big egos about their academics, it's a humbling factor unless you get there and you actually excel academically, which is rare. But if it happens...
For a lot of people, that's very rare.
It's a good, like, maybe 5 to 10%. Like, not everyone is out there. Okay, maybe in our faculty, I don't know. Maybe
in humanities, you can do really well. I can see that happening.
Okay, because you're commerce.
Not commerce, no. No, ma'am.
It was just, I don't know, even engineering, those kids are going through it with their
commerce, not engineering, not law, not anything else.
Medicine,
fuck no. Fuck no.
But it was such a great equalizer, and I how do I say this? I wanted those people to feel that.
What do you mean?
In the sense, like, I don't really care what people get for marks. Like, I've never cared.
Yeah.
And I want you, like, this inferiority complex that you're feeling, I want it to go away. And the only way that you know that is if you get to a space where everybody is just everybody.
Everybody is average. Everyone's trying to get a degree.
And also, I think the demographics are a little more equal at university. in the sense of there's a lot more of us there. So
at UCT,
yeah,
well, I think there's more.
There's a lot of them, but they're not the majority.
Interesting.
Maybe like in commerce.
Yeah.
But they're not the majority in all.
Okay.
So,
I think going back to the whole inferiority thing, there were also a lot of times when Black kids would kind of keep quiet or just let things happen just because an authority had decided. Remember a lot of the rugby guys who were meant or were like literally made for either provincial teams or first teams who were just put in second team, third team because Jono, same thing with you. Literally the same thing.
The difference is I actually asked the coach.
That's the difference with you.
And then he still put me through torture for the whole year, but that's literally
it. Yours didn't make sense for me because I thought you were like EP level. That's Eastern Cape, Eastern Provincial level.
I mean, his thing was height.
That didn't matter though.
No, but I changed positions, and then he was like, but you're not experienced enough in this position. I'm like, yeah, but I've been playing this game for 12 years. It doesn't change that much. But it doesn't really matter. We're over that.
And then there was a baby girl who paid her way through. Remember? She was sponsoring. Her dad had worked at this popular drink company. Not the big ones, but it was popular enough at the time. And she made it. That was confusing for me. She was so bad.
She wasn't bad
compared to everyone else.
She wasn't bad, but she definitely wasn't the level that she thought she was.
She stood out when I was watching. I remember this one derby day. I came over to the netball side, and I was like, "Damn, you're dropping the ball." Like
she wasn't bad, but she wasn't as good as she thought she was. That's the difference.
She was not first team level.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But she wasn't terrible. Like, I wouldn't put her in the third team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but stark difference, my love.
Yeah, I mean, but that was a whole...
That made me mad.
That whole 3 years was a mess for me because it was just like, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
But we're gonna... Even the rappy boys, I mean, half of them were like... So a lot of the second team people become subs if they have a good game. They go sub for the first team and all that jazz. And some people, I'm like, bruh, why are you? There was this one particular person for the rugby. I'm like, you're just here because you're fast, because your skill set is
really.
His skill set was. I don't know how he got that far, because his skill set was literally below par for that level. I'll tell you afterwards. And there's a lot of things you could see was like, this is weird. But, yeah.
Intense.
But, politics exists at every level. And it exists...
That's very true.
Exists in every organization.
Couldn't you then say, like, high school was kind of like a macrocosm
of
simulation of life, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing about high school, especially if you're somebody who isn't aloof, like you're actually involved in a lot of things that are happening in high school.
Yeah.
It's a great, how do I say, practice run
for
real
whatever.
Life. It's a great simulation because you get, when you're involved in a lot of things and you speak to a lot of people, speak to a lot of teachers, you learn a lot of things.
Yeah. And
also you deal with a lot of people, which is why I always say get involved in something team orientated. Sport is a great example.
Oh, it's perfect.
That's one thing I love about sport is that you come out of that learning how to be a team player, learning that not everything's about you.
Yeah. And
learning that it's a lot more that goes into it than just picking the best players.
Yeah.
And it's like and it's consistency. Especially if you're playing at a high level where your attendance is required. It's not just something that, I don't feel like going today.
Yeah.
Because if you don't feel like going, you're not going to feel like playing. The coach is not going to feel like playing you. And then that's a blow to you because like, why am I not playing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So...
And possibly even a blow to the team because also teams are chosen sometimes maybe not the biggest factor, but also on how well everyone plays together.
Yeah, chemistry is probably the second biggest factor.
Yeah.
Of the skill. And so it's a fantastic thing. If you ever get a chance to also captain the team, I would also say take that opportunity as well, because that's also something that you have to learn selflessness.
Yeah.
Like an example, we were playing a game, and I noticed that because there was 2 or 3 people that played my position, right? 2 mainly. It was me and this other girl. And I noticed that she came in first, and I noticed that, oh, she's having a great game.
Yeah.
There's no need for me to come in.
Yeah.
So I didn't play that game.
Yeah.
I just made the decision I'm going to be on the sideline, I'm going to coach. And then everyone was like, why are you not playing? I'm like, why would I come in and ruin it?
Yeah. When there's already that energy, everybody's built up with each other.
And this is something that I'm like, I don't have a problem not playing. I don't have a problem. What I have a problem with is messing up the flow.
Yeah.
Because if I come in here and all of a sudden it's
you're still trying to get into it.
Yeah.
Everybody's like already in it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You. So that's one of the things, like selflessness, and like actually take your ego out of this.
Yeah.
I would say, so if you know people that are entering high school and you want to tell them something, tell them to get involved in the sport.
Absolutely.
Because it's great, especially a team sport. I don't know, I haven't played like an individual sport like seriously enough to know enough about it, like tennis and stuff like that. So I don't know.
You can't really say.
I can't really speak on tennis and all that jazz, but...
Did we have other individual sports? It was just tennis, right?
Golf.
We had golf. Wow, we had golf. You're absolutely right.
Even like cricket, same thing with cricket. Like
cricket.
It's great. Same thing I got out of netball. It's the thing of understanding when and what and how.
Yeah.
And who at what moment.
Yeah.
It's good. It helps you in life when you become a leader in like life things.
Yeah.
Or in like work. So I would say do that.
Or even being, if sport is not your thing, being hyper involved in society.
Yeah. So if you do like environmental stuff, or even like charity stuff, or
blood drives.
Yeah, blood drives. That's the one thing I really wish I could have done more.
I wish I could have done, because my annoyance with applying to all of these societies was that they ended up picking all the popular kids. I'm just like,
yeah,
okay.
But it also didn't help that a lot of, in our school in particular, a lot of the popular kids happen to be like the really quote unquote smart kids.
Yes, so they chose the smart popular kids, and everybody was just like,
it didn't help in that fact
as average.
Yeah, so
that's what I hated about school for me. In primary school, I was actually like one of the top. I was actually number 2, only because I sucked at Afrikaans. That's the only reason. If I knew Afrikaans, I would have been number 1 with everything.
Yes,
but
queen.
Listen, if you're listening, number 1, shout out to you. I hope you're good.
What did they end up doing with their lives?
I think they're back in our hometown now. I'm not sure. I think they ended up choosing something else to study. I'm not sure.
Oh.
But shout out to you. You know her though. Yeah. I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay.
We went to the same school even. High school.
We did?
Yeah, we did. You know her. Yes. So in high school, I had that whole thing of getting into and being average. From being like high up in primary. I mean, my primary school was small, but I was up there.
Yeah.
I was like well known. I was a prefect. I was all of that jazz. Getting into high school, I'm like, wow, I'm in a sea of people. And it's also like the school was like 5 times bigger than what my school was. I try to find myself grade 8 and 9, a lot more white people, because in my school it was blacks, coloreds, Asians, and then the white people.
Sprinkled in there.
But now it's fully black. Now it's like just a black school. But high school for me was just, I think it was just a terrible experience, mainly because of my mental health.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out of that shell, and it affected my grades because I got home and just did not want to do anything. I would just switch off play some games, watch some TV, sleep at like 11, 10, and then do the whole thing the next day.
No, 100%. Like I was saying, it was similar to me. It's just that I just had I just got home later.
Yeah.
So I had all the same, like, problems. Like my sister would tell you, I used to, back in the day when I was still caring about my mental health. Oh. I used to do this thing where I would meditate.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoons.
Yeah.
Or, like after I got home from like derby days and stuff like that, I would come home and I would literally like sit for like 3 hours outside.
Yeah.
And not move and just meditate. Because it was one of the, besides writing, because writing was one of the other outlets, that was a great outlet. Because without that, like I was literally, probably since 13, and to today, to this morning.
Yeah, this morning.
I'm one of those people that will easily sleep in a hole forever and ever in the dark.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so I definitely had the same thing. I just got home later.
Yeah, that's you were busy. I was not that busy, and we still went through more or less.
But you make it seem like you did nothing. You did some things.
I mean, sure.
What did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
What didn't I do? I got into chess. I got into the film club, which kind of fell apart at some point. I got into. We had Dead Poet Society. I don't know
gosh,
why.
we did do that.
I don't know why
we were
named
both,
it that.
and again, I only performed once because anxiety.
Same. I performed once, and then the teacher took my original piece, and I never got it back. And that was probably like one of the best things I've ever written. But anyway,
was this the one about you telling someone chokes and dies?
Yep. At 13,
I had written a poem, and then someone was like, "Yeah, it reminds me of something someone else wrote." And now I got so pissed. I was like,
all that just to be told.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't copy this.
Yeah,
this just came straight from my head. I don't even know that person. Like I wasn't that familiar with their work to be copying it.
Yeah.
So I felt a type of way about it.
I would too. And
so I just never did it again.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
I'm an extreme person. Leave me alone. But I felt a type of way about it. And then I know they didn't mean it that way. But for me, as an artist, the last thing you want to be told is that your work resembles someone else.
You sound like, your stuff looks like.
You know what I'm saying?
That would hurt.
That's the last thing you want.
I know a couple of y'all bitches trying to get my work. No, stop it. There's a couple of people that I noticed after I'm talking about now, the style that I have now. I've noticed some people have tried it. They have and it looks terrible. It looks bad. I need y'all to stop. I'm going through something, but I need you guys to stop. Fuck. What else I did in high school? I did social tennis. I did cricket scoring to avoid sport.
Yeah, you did.
It was so much fun.
And it looks like fun. It looks like fun.
It was a lot of fun.
No, but I prefer playing it.
Yeah. I think for me, I didn't really care for sport as much.
Which is fine. Which is great.
In high school. Of course, like when I did hockey for a young minute, that was fun for me. And being in the team.
Why didn't you start? Why didn't you keep on playing? Sorry.
In university?
No, in high school.
In high school. I was going through a lot. My mental health just got worse.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And I was just like, I need to step back. I stopped a lot of the clubs I was part of.
Yeah.
And I only kept choir and cricket scoring and social tennis.
Yeah, I remember.
Which was... I passed high school, but I was... Wow. Like, if you know what a median is... I was right there. Except for maybe like maths and closer. And yeah, but otherwise, listen, if I didn't.
Yeah,
no. But yeah, that was my high school experience. It wasn't fun. I didn't make friends because I was too anxious. I was feeling awkward. I made one friend and then the other friend, but he kind of just fucked off.
I don't know if it counts though.
Does he?
Mm-mm.
Okay, for the time.
Yeah, okay.
He was.
Because him and his friend, both
his
of them.
friend was hard as fuck. Listen.
to this day.
I would let him destroy me. I think he's in a relationship now. I don't know. But listen, that man, wow.
100%. And yeah, ditto.
Yeah.
But those, I mean, because we haven't seen them since. But also in general, at the time, it was a thing, but it was still awkward, even with them there.
How so?
Like, even then, it wasn't like a comfortable friendship. Well, for me, let me not put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a way, the way you and I are, like, it's just like, this just my nigga for whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, this is the homie, but, you know, I'm not finna tell him everything.
Okay.
Type of situation.
I think just because I liked him, that's it.
Oh yes, there was that.
I liked him.
Not the hot friend. Just the person.
The person, yeah.
Yeah. But
did I tell you he made me like a whole mixtape?
No.
And, like, I think it was like 60 songs.
On what? Like a
on
CD?
the USB.
And you wow. You didn't.
I'm sorry. It slipped my mind.
Oh,
until now.
Jeez.
At the time, I thought he was just sharing music, because that day specifically we're talking about music. He's like, "Oh, okay, I'll make you something and I'll give it to you," but it was like love songs.
You shot a shot, man, and you just let it go.
I shot my shot with Metric Dance, and he said no. And then he shows up and he's like, "Oh, I just know her from down the block." I'm like, "Fuck you," in my head.
Oh no, you're right. No, never mind. Fuck him.
I shot my shot.
Never mind. No, you're right.
Fuck him.
Fuck him for real. Because after that, it was awkward.
He made it awkward, and then he kind of dodged me for a long time.
Yeah, 100%. I think he knew he was in the wrong, because I mean, you could have sorted that out. He could have just been like, "Baby girl, sorry, I got a date at school."
Niggas.
But he took, "Oh girl,"
because he said to me, "No, he's not going at all."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, my family's against it. I'm not going. We don't have the money for the dance." Wasn't it like 300 and something to go to the dance? It was expensive.
It's like 250, I think,
for the time.
Yeah.
But and then he
but I mean, there's the whole outfit as well. Besides the besides the ticket.
Yeah.
So it was gonna get expensive.
True.
What?
I'm thinking of other homeboy who had a crush on me.
Which one now? There's multiple.
No, there were few. You make it sound like
or multiple. Does that mean few?
How many?
Few and multiple. It is synonyms.
Okay. Rugby player.
Okay, don't get.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, in our grade.
Yes, don't worry. I got you.
He, for the longest time, every single year he would try. He'd tell me he loves me. He would, I don't know, weird things. It was weird, because in the trick dance we had the exact same color, and like he had his own date, like the exact same shade of burgundy. I had a burgundy dress.
Yeah, that was a lot. And then after party.
What happened after party?
You don't remember?
Did we?
No.
Okay.
You don't remember?
No.
You guys had a whole chat, and then you came to me.
Oh, and I sat on his lap, and I remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, "Why are you playing this dangerous game? You know you don't want him." I was like, I'm so confused right now.
Ooh, convenience, my love. When the niggas available. When niggas there.
I hope he's not listening to this.
Oh, I hope he's listening to this, because I told him that I didn't want him, and he knew.
There's also another one, the shorter one.
Oh no! Oh my gosh! He still tries it to this day. He follows me on Instagram, and he sends me a message about, "Oh, you look so beautiful in this picture. It's great to see you smiling." I'm just like, thanks.
Why don't you just block?
Okay.
I don't understand.
It's nice to receive compliments.
This is one of her toxic traits.
It's nice to receive. I'm not leading him on. He knows I'm not into him.
So what do? You just say thanks?
I just say thanks.
Like no emoji. Just
like,
thanks, full stop.
Thanks. With an X, not even a KS. Thanks. Oh, okay. Cool.
Tabura.
I forgot about him. Wow.
Who else?
There were more? Oh.
Didn't you have a thing?
Who? No.
Are you sure?
You think so?
I'm asking.
I don't
I think I remember that being a thing.
I personally don't know.
It's your life. I don't know.
Oh, me liking him?
No.
Him liking me? An exchange?
Yes.
I mean, nothing like
serious.
Like kind of like a budding friendship, I guess.
Oh.
Like we were vibes. We were on the same wavelength, I guess. Was there there was another one.
Who?
We sound so annoyed.
Who?
He was in our grade at the beginning, but then he failed.
There's a lot of them. That's a common name.
That's true.
In our city. You gotta be the one you ended up becoming friends with, or another one.
Yeah, we're not friends.
Oh, Rappy with. Okay.
Not Eo, but Eo. This one.
Yes, no, so I thought of, yeah.
He tried it last year. So apparently, allegedly, he's always had a thing for me since grade 8. I did not know he existed for the longest time.
Oh, jeez.
There was this time in we were in grade 9. He was in grade 8 still. Well, he failed. I didn't mean like that, but I
didn't know he was in our grade. I don't know why.
He failed. No, first year, grade 8.
I don't remember him being in our grade.
Really?
And so that's why I'm confused that he was ever in our grade.
I think he was in our grade, but whatever. Last year, no, in grade 9, when I was in grade 9, when we were in grade 9, he had got me not in a chokehold, but subtle chokehold, and was just like attacking me with kisses.
What?
In the rendezvous.
Okay.
People were just like there after school.
Bitch, where the fuck was I?
I don't know. I don't think we were friends then.
Oh, okay.
Or you were at sport or something. I don't know. And I'm trying to let go, and he's like got me in a proper hold. Like, I had relaxed hair. I'm like, oh shit, my hair's gonna get messed up or like something. So last year, he's like, hey, wanna meet up? Whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's hang. Cheeky boy wants to kiss. He wants to fuck.
Hey, well, on the first date.
Him that say. Well, I mean, that has never stopped me before.
True.
But
no, the point is that he just got to know you. There's people that you were chatting with on WhatsApp and Twitter and stuff like that, so you knew them.
Nope.
But homeboy, you just like out the blue.
I felt like he was ready to like sling out his dick same time. So a couple of weeks ago, then I told him that I'm not really interested. A couple of weeks ago, he sees a post where I say, oh, I'm in Cape Town, whatever. He's like, hey, let's hang out. I'm like, in my head, you definitely saw my post. And he's like, maybe we should go out clubbing and maybe we could go smash. I'm like, what do you mean smash?
First of all, it's the fact that he just said smash for me.
Oh my child. I had to get that conversation. I would have showed you.
So he said, maybe we can smash. And then what again?
I'm like, what do you mean smash? He's like, yeah, we were getting along. So I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. I'm like, I'm not into you. He's like, so we can't smash? I'm like, hey, putty. But yeah, those were
they infuriate me.
I don't know if there were more. I don't think there were more.
Not that I can think of. I'm sure they were.
No, they weren't.
If you guys can see, there's a level of unsurety. There's a level of what's the opposite of certainty?
Uncertainty.
Okay.
Oh,
true. There's a level of uncertainty in her face right now, and it's giving me. I hope not.
They weren't. They weren't.
No, they weren't. I don't think they were.
I hope not. Ew.
At that point, it would have been one-sided.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
From that person's side.
There was this one kid I used to like from primary school, when we were both in primary school. Met him again in university. Homeboy is a crackhead. I don't mean in a rude way, but...
Can I tell you, that is not the plot twist I thought was going to happen. When I tell you that I was not expecting that, I mean it.
He studies on crack. I'm not talking just like cocaine. He's doing crack.
No, I got it. I got it. Crack is whack. I got it.
He's doing crack. And I was like, what a letdown. Because he was still kind of cute. I mean, like, I found out he had a crush on me in university.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. No.
You know what?
Baby boy. Got the sniffles.
And the next
stuff.
episode, we're going to do university in depth.
Yeah, we should stop. Okay, bye. Subscribe, like.
This abruptness of yours.
Wash your ass.
Please. Oh my God. The least you can do.
I've seen this story where this lady was giving someone head, and as she lifted this guy's dick, she just got smacked by like the smell of shit. So please, just wash your ass.
Guys, and wipe it. When you're taking a shit, I promise you're not gay if you wipe your ass. I promise you. It just because you swipe across the asshole, you're not gay. Just wipe your ass.
Just wipe it. Okay.
Please, I can guarantee it takes a little more than that. It takes a little more than that.
Because that's build-up.
Oh,
that's wipe and wash.
Next episode we'll talk about dirty asses, because I've smelled that.
Oh no!
And I was like, sir, a shower. It's not optional. Not when you live in a place that I know has water. I've been to your place. I know it has water. Use it. Like, it's right there.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even trying to smash. This is just someone I was just visiting. And I was like, no, we can't do this. It's outside it is. Let's go outside. Let's get the wind hit you.
Open those pretty cheeks up.
Because clearly you don't believe in showers. Or you don't even believe in wiping your ass. Like toilet paper? Do you...
I mean, even one ply can get the job done. Please.
Because we know some people are on the new wave. They're getting those disposable wet wipes, which, by the way, might not actually be that good for the earth. I've heard.
They're not really you can dispose of them, but they're not biodegradable.
Yeah, exactly. They might not actually be that good for the earth. For all of you guys who are swearing by the wet wipes, I know it gives...
And it can clog up the entire system for a whole neighborhood or city.
I get that it cleans you the F up, but let's just be considerate.
Get a bidet. Just get a bidet.
Yeah.
If you can afford wipes that much, get a bidet. Okay, bye. I love you. Subscribe, like.
Look at you being nice and not swearing at the people.
Fuck you as well.
Okay.